it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kevin Durant is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's O'Neal in at the center position. Now here's Antetokounmpo. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
James passes to Olajuwon. Here's Durant. Pulls up. Cash money on the open jump shot.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Spurs. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
San Antonio with the ball. Pass to Wembanyama. San Antonio moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Antetokounmpo, the pass to George. Over James.
A really terrific job from LeBron to keep his hands up, his feet moving, gets the challenge on that shot.
There's the triple. Drills it from deep.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
George, a screen on Leonard. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to George. Floats one up. Can't get it to drop. Good work defensively by James. Leonard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Here's O'Neal. Got it. Good job in the low post. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Antetokounmpo, the pass to George. George with another miss.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Pass to Durant. O'Neal inside. George defending. O'Neal misses.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And he's all alone. Here's Olajuwon. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now SGA. Antetokounmpo surveys. 6 to shoot. They set a pick. They need this. Outside for Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo outside. Deflected. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Durant for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Spurs trail by 5. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Outside, SGA. Antetokounmpo finds George. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Outside Durant. Beyond the arc. Rebound by San Antonio.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to SGA. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket. Wembanyama against Durant. Durant with a screen on George. Back to Durant. And the three-pointer goes. Durant's got 5 now.
The fluidity, the mechanics, the purity. KD's jumper is sweet.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to SGA. No one near him. Again, the
and it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Kawhi Leonard. James is out there with Durant. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's O'Neal in at the center position. Now, here is Chamberlain. Shot clock at 5. Here's SGA. The rebound by James.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
Durant with it, defended by Wembanyama. And the rejection by Wembanyama. James gets the bucket.
And you know James isn't thinking twice about that shot. Knows he has the green light.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to getting the looks he needs.
For 3, Durant. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
Leonard looking over the floor. Outside, KD. James kicks to KD. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And he knew what he was going to do before the ball even got to him. KD is always ready to let it fly.
Outside, George. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Shaq. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
And he can't get the first one.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
He hits the second from the line. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Antetokounmpo against James. Screen by O'Neal. Durant, the pass to O'Neal. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to O'Neal. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
O'Neal. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is on paper the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it.
Shaquille O'Neal taking 2 shots.
That's good from O'Neal. The Spurs making a switch here. Dampier's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Spurs trail by 7. Wembanyama finds SGA. Here's Dampier. SGA, that's a 2-pointer. Nice shot from the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Back to KD. Outside, James. Olajuwon outside. 4 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. It doesn't go for him. KD's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dampier. SGA on the wing. 5 points in the game. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Durant, the pass to James. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Spurs trail by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Pass to Dampier. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways. That time with a great bounce pass.
KD passes to James. Another miss by Minnesota. James has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Dampier, he dishes to Chamberlain. Oh, good on that one. Shaq with some nice D. Timberwolves leading by 3. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. And here's James outside. Again, James missing. Here's Dampier. Here's Chamberlain. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. James is out there with Durant. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Olajuwon in at the 4 slot. Now here's Giannis. No scoring in this one. SGA passes to George. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
From deep, James. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Stolen by O'Neal. KD against Antetokounmpo. Inside. Kicks it out to LeBron. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the corner. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
The tray. And again, LeBron missing. San Antonio trailing here. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And stolen by Leonard. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. James wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. James has got 6 points.
Showing some range. LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Pass to Giannis. Back to George. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. LeBron passes to Olajuwon. Floats it up. Here's the lob. And LeBron flies through the air.
And how about the out-of-this-world athleticism? LeBron can finish just about any alley-oop with authority.
SGA passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to SGA. The rebound by James.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
O'Neal a screen on SGA. Leonard the pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. One of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Now here's LeBron. 8 points for him. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. LeBron with it. James with another miss. George with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Antetokounmpo passes to George. Wembanyama sets a screen for George. A miss that time would have put him up. The Timberwolves leading. James finds Leonard. Back to James. SGA with the steal. George passes to Chamberlain, and the layup falls. Chamberlain got 4 points this quarter.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Now here's James. KD, a screen on Giannis. Offline from the top of the key.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. LeBron against Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. James with a deep 3. Here's Shaq. Shaq punishing the defense inside.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives the coach crazy to concede second chance points.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've got Antetokounmpo. Chamberlain is out there with Paul George. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's SGA in at the 2 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Leonard finds James. Looking to get it going. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Giannis passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Giannis. Outside, SGA. Kick out to Giannis. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Antetokounmpo's got the first bucket of the third here for the Spurs. Giannis against James. Outside, KD. Shaq's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those 2 guys.
And that one is good. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Giannis against Olajuwon. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, flexing Wembanyama!
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
James, the pass to Olajuwon. Now Durant. Yes, that goes in. Durant's got 8.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 7 points in the game. Pass to George. Banked in off the glass. George has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Spurs.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
LeBron against Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Giannis.
And sometimes Shaq is impossible to guard without fouling. He's this, like, overwhelming presence.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He hits 1 and misses 1, each at the line. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Giannis. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands how to draw contact, especially when he's looking to score.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. That one is off. Good on the 2nd free throw. And he nails the 3rd. 1:44 left in the 3rd quarter. Giannis against James. Left side, O'Neal. Pass to KD. KD, so efficient in there.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
Wembanyama outside. Antetokounmpo looking it over. LeBron against George. A 3-pointer is right on target. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs.
And what a smooth 3-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Durant dishes to LeBron. Leonard on the wing. Olajuwon outside. Over Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Spurs leading by 4. Here's George. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's James. 8 points for him. Now Kevin Durant for the 3. LeBron James making it look easy from deep.
As if the league didn't have enough to worry about with LeBron. He's just become a better and better jump shooter.
Chamberlain with a screen on Olajuwon. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Spurs out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. We've got Durant. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Olajuwon. Then it's James. And it's Shaq in at the center. Now James. Paul George missing from long range. Pass to Durant. Takes a shot at the elbow. The putback. O'Neal with the putback.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by George, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
From deep, James, rebounded by the Spurs. Giannis passes to SGA. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Chamberlain, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Timeout called, Timberwolves.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play. Get some points and give this team some confidence.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
During that break, the coach of the Timberwolves had some words for his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. LeBron outside. Oh! And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 3-point lead. Outside, George. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for George. Chamberlain, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Olajuwon deciding where to go with it. James outside. Shaq with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. Spurs leading by 5. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's George. 6 to shoot. A 15-footer. Does not go in. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. James. Cleared away by George.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's James. And the rejection by Giannis. Outside SGA. Now onto the Kumbo. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. From about 19. No good there. Timberwolves trail by 5. O'Neal sets the screen for KD. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Timeout called, Timberwolves. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. 4 on the clock. James, that's in there.
Was there ever any doubt who they were going to go to? LeBron James is clutch.
Here's Giannis. Chamberlain with a screen on Olajuwon. He's at the Kumbo. That's off. Durant against George. James. Good.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
So it's Minnesota now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Timeout called, Timberwolves. Guys, what are their best options now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
James, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead right there. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So it's the Spurs now. They lead by 1, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul. At the line for your starters, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one. James in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. O'Neal sets the screen for Leonard. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that's gonna do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's James, and it's O'Neal in at the center position. Leonard can't get it to go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Durant, the pass to Pippen. James, outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Indiana. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I spoke with the Pacers head coach earlier. Wemby came up, and coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Back over to you, BA.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Olajuwon. Pass to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Durant. Leonard can't get it to go.
That's a chance he typically converts.
Durant, the pass to James. Back to Durant. Over Leonard. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Soft defense in that mid-range area, but they got away with it this time.
Pass to SGA. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's SGA. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
Outside Durant. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens. Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call them.
Now here's SGA. Gets some space and buries the jumper.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Here comes your Pacers Pacers Experience. Amazing athletes around. Welcome, the Pacers Pacers Experience.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And he lobs it up to the rim. Throw it down on the lob.
Talk about being unstoppable. Shaquille O'Neal on that play, just too big, too explosive.
Pass to Olajuwon. And here's Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Olajuwon to the paint. 5 to shoot. It's stolen away. Down low. It's stolen by Leonard. Now the Pacers on the move. And SGA throws it down.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
James outside. Back to Pippen. San Antonio moving the ball around. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Pacers leading by 6. Pass to Olajuwon. Leonard up top, guarded by Durant. Shot clock at 6. Leonard attacking. Here's Chamberlain. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, get your feelings hurt.
Pippen outside. James outside. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Leonard. Back to SGA. The 3 is up. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Durant for 3. Drains the triple.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with a 3 of his own.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Over James. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Indiana Pacers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Victor Wembanyama, also Kevin Durant out there. And it's James in at the 2. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Pacers leading by 10. Antetokounmpo inside, defended by Pippen. Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander misses from short range.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
Pippen, the pass to James. Now O'Neal. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, an immovable, unstoppable force around the rim. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Shaq attack.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the jumper.
Well, he's a really good shooter. Got a good look from medium range, and I think they'll go back to that.
Wembanyama, pass to Pippen. Left side O'Neal. 5 on the clock. Here's Durant. Durant earning those 2 points.
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
Back to SGA. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. James finds Durant. James deciding where to go with it.
Pistons foul. Hakeem Olajuwon. First personal foul. First team foul.
Indiana on D. Outside Durant to the middle. Wembanyama so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Pass to SGA. Back to Leonard. Uncovered. And Indiana again with the bucket.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here's SGA. Three-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the second quarter. James, that's good.
And when James is knocking down his threes, watch out. This offense is dangerous.
Pass to Leonard. Back to SGA. 6 to shoot. Here's Chamberlain. He's covered by O'Neal. Count that bucket. Chamberlain's gotten his second bucket.
Yep, on the interior, Wilt's enormous size. Just too much to overcome, and certainly something that can't be taught.
Now here's Pippen. No points so far. James inside. Antetokounmpo's there. Here's Pippen. Off target from outside. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. 9-point game. SGA passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Olajuwon. Outside, SGA. Lets it fly. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. Back to the game after this break. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Spurs trail by 9. We've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Olajuwon in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Leonard passes to SGA. Back to Leonard. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range. Pippen outside. Back to Durant. It's deflected.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
Back to Leonard. Pass to SGA. From downtown. The shot off that time. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
The 3, Durant knocks down the long J. Durant's got 8 points.
In rhythm, quick trigger, KD at his best.
Outside, SGA, and a deep 3 from Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Spurs trail by 9. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Right side O'Neal. With some arc. Basket's good. O'Neal's got 6 points.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Leonard. Back to SGA. Just 5 on the clock. Shot blocked.
Nice timing on that rejection from Shaq, demonstrating why. You got to take him seriously as a defensive player when he's lurking near the bucket inside.
James passes to Pippen. Now O'Neal. Outside for Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
And he lobs it up top.
Few can make the alley-oop look this easy. Chamberlain barely has to get off the floor at all to punch it down.
And so James will bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 6. Outside Durant. Launches it. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got his 5th rebound in this one. Antetokounmpo, the pass to SGA. Here's Olajuwon.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Shot by Leonard, no good. Spurs trail by 6. Pippen outside. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And stolen by Leonard.
Not a smart pass.
Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
Very few players have the combination of power and athleticism that Kawhi has. Electric.
A minute 29 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Durant. Launches a three. San Antonio again missing. Indiana leading by 8. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's got 11. Now Leonard. 4 on the clock. Shot from the wing. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13.
You can tell his hustle inspires the entire squad. He really gets everyone so amped up.
Pippen, pass to James. Pulls up, high post. Count it, good. He's got 5.
LeBron's skill level is so great. I mean, that mid-range is not his go-to, but he can do it all, so it looks like it's part of his go-to.
Leonard for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. The drive by Pippen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, one of the best aspects of Pippen's game, in my mind, creating off the dribble.
Here's SGA. 13 points in the game. The 3. That shot off. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Pacers out in front, up by 6. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for San Antonio, they've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with Wembanyama. And it's O'Neal in at center, filling out the middle. It's James on the wing. Second chance shot. A nice bucket inside from Wembanyama.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Pass to Leonard. SGA, he's open. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. And the Pacers lead by 6.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And this is how dangerous Wemby can be from deep. You gotta respect his range.
Pass to Leonard. Back to SGA. Takes the 3. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Durant. Now James. Double team on James. Clock at 6. That ties it up. Wembanyama's got 8 here in this quarter.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Timeout, Pacers.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
You want to give you shirts for this, but you need to be the loudest. Can you do it? Let's hear it. This timeout is for everyone, except you fans. We're throwing shirts. Time to get loud. The loudest sections get t-shirts. Let me hear you. T-shirts, freshly printed, ready to go. Get up on your feet, fans.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. The head coach for Indiana had some instruction for his guys during the break. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Thanks for that, Allie. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Chamberlain. Outside, SGA. Six on the shot clock. He fires. Wembanyama there for the rebound. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Indiana on offense. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside SGA. Here's SGA. Shakes him. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Now here's Pippen. Oh, the miss in the face of great defense. There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth quarter. Now Leonard. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
It's an overlooked part of Kawhi's game, but he does a nice job distributing the ball.
Spurs trail by 4. Oh, he leaves no question.
Big bucket from a big man. Shaq is special.
And here's SGA. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Yes, sir!
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
James against Antetokounmpo. Oh, the drop pass, and he dumps it down.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Now here's SGA.
And Shea's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
Spurs trail by 4. James outside. 50 seconds left in the game.
Bully ball. LeBron has been doing that since he stepped into the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. free throw is good from James.
There are not many players you'd rather have at the line there. Those free throws were huge.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Now SGA. Deflects the pass.
Boy, that was a nice play by Olajuwon there, getting the shot off while still drawing contact.
Second team foul. At the line, for Indiana, Hakeem Olajuwon, 2 shots.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. The Spurs call time.
Victor Chandler's ready for the Sixers fight.
Screen by O'Neal.
The big man has big game and big personality, so he is not afraid of the big moments. He gets it done in crunch time.
And that's an intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw really changes everything here. I mean, now they just have to guard the three-point line.
The Spurs call time. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Pippen outside. Here's James to tie it up. The three is off. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
Here's Durant. He launches. Can't get it to go. And so it's Indiana winning this one. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now, time for our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.